So after listening to two beautiful lectures from good clinical with good clinical practices and a lot of information, I think I have a very short area which is supportive to almost all these things, all the presentations which are already made, because the methods of Vasti mixing is an area which I'm supposed to speak on. Yeah. Now, next slide, Arjun. Mode of action of Vasti. When we look at the mode of action of Vasti, it simply says that Pakvasayad Vastir Viryam Swadeham Upasarpadi Vrikshamula Nishiktanam Apam Viryam Iva Drumam. It looks like there are some medicines reaching various sites of action through this anal route of administration. Maybe the intention may be to bypass the metabolism and quicker reach into the system. But in whichever aspect, whether it enters into the system or whether it gets metabolized or whatever it may be, the ultimate purpose of all these Anuvasana, Astapana, all these Vastis are Shodhana. Vasti is basically a Shodhana karma. Whether it enters into the system, brings all the malas from different sites and back into the intestinal lumen, whichever way it works, it is basically a Shodhana karma. Next slide, please. It is, no, just previous. Yeah, another sloka which says that Yatha Kusumbadi Udattoyad Ragam Haret Pada Tata Drivikrutat Dehat Vasti Nirharate Malat. This shows it is not intended to get absorbed whichever way, but to absorb or adsorb unwanted elements from gut and push it out. So whichever may be the doshas, it has to reach the gut, lumen, and from there in the form of kapha, pitta or other doshas, it has to get pushed out. This is the whole purpose of Vasti. There are some examples that which Acharya says that honey can be used as warm because it is not supposed to get absorbed. So the Acharyas originally it does not intend all these medical contents into getting absorbed into the system. Maybe it is getting absorbed, maybe it makes some utklesha. Then next day with the next Vasti, all these utklesha made, whichever, even the drug which has been absorbed, it should go out by a Shodhana Vasti. Then all the commotion will be end with a Shamana Vasti. So that is also one possibility. Next, please. It is a major half of almost all treatments. Vasti is a part of purificatory treatment always. Hence, the purpose is cleansing only. Whether it is nourishing or whichever way, ultimate effect ends up in cleansing. Next. So when we see it from this angle, the purpose of Niruhavasti is only Shodhanam. If we focus on this angle, by which action the Shodhana really happens will be the question. Whether it is due to the is by washing the lumen or by absorption or getting absorbed and then pushed back into the lumen, then stimulating secretions, restoring bacteria flora, or some other way, whichever way it will be invented in the future, that can also be a possible way of action. See, especially in the case of Niruhavasti, one of the commentaries, one of the tikas say that Niruha is Kashayana Rukshikaranam. It dries up. with the kashaya kwathas. It dries up the body or pakvasya or the whole gut with kashaya or kwatha. Then astapana, it restores the vata in its location in pakvasya, or it restores the vata all over the body in appropriate places. So restoration of vata activities is one of the major function or purpose of Niruha Vasti. Maybe the package of multiple vastis like Yoga Vasti, Kala Vasti, Karma Vasti, etc. are intended to form. Initially, some vastis are making some doshut klesha, then cleansing, and then restoration of the normal functions. Next. For the purpose, you can see that there has been a lot of history for enemas. A lot of medical practices were carried out on enemas, but there were no serious studies in the modern physiology or modern scientific system so as to find out how exactly these things are going on. Maybe they are not taking it seriously during the times of cholera and so many other major diseases. There were retention enemas, starch enemas, and all those things which were helping a lot of patients, which were practiced by the modern system. But even then, on a later stage, they have stopped further studies, it seems, because even with the advancements, there are no much studies available. Now you see, when you see the contents of it, various enemas, you can see that the additions of various materials looks like a pyramid. First, there is simple water. Maybe you can use it for just consider it as just a wash. Then water and salt, salt and some powder, as we do in Vaishwanara Churnavasti or Shadharnam Churnavasti. Then water, salt, powder, maybe it is acidic. When we add Dhanyamla, then maybe water, salt, powder and alkaline. When Churnavasti with added Gomutra. Maybe there is a soap and water enema, which is practiced everywhere. Then glycerin enema, etc. are there. Then comes addition of materials like alkaline acid, or with jaggery or honey or oil, which further thickening agents like are coming into it. Then a mix of milk is coming into it. Sometimes weak alcohol is getting added. Sometimes broth is getting added. Then comes plain oils only, Matravasti or Anuvasana. Then comes the totally dry ones, suppositories, which we cannot include in the area of enemas because it is not liquid. Next one, please. So with all these materials, with the base material as water or watery liquid, there is a kind of mixing rule which we have all learned. Matshigam lavanam sneham kalkam kvatham idi kramat avapeda niruhana mesha samyojane vidhi. The purpose of order of mixing is definitely for a fineness and uniform distribution of particles. So it becomes a medium of these particles and substances to get into the system and work in that area. So the ideal liquid medium, to get an ideal liquid medium and a complete, perfect, uniform distribution of particles, it's very essential to have a proper order for mixing. Because there are some complications related with that also. So the scope of study of mixing, see, it should be actually enlarged to a larger extent, because see, duration and method of mixing and other factors that influences the biophysical, biochemical or pharmacological and other properties of Vasti Drava with a view to impart higher specificity in the selection of Vasti Yoga for effective treatment. This should be the scope of the study, so that higher specificity and higher communication about, better communication about what exactly each yoga can do, and provide an effective treatment. This must be the ultimate objective of the study. And properties of final product actually does not depend merely on the order of mixing, but mainly on the properties and quantity of ingredients. This we should keep in mind, because the mixing of the materials actually gives a uniform medium, but what are the things going to work is the ingredients, the medicines in the Vasti liquid. Vasti Drava is a thing which is going to work. Hence, the scope should be extended to the study of Vasti Drava as a whole. Please, next. Yeah. When it is not mixed properly, there are certain complications which are told as, we all know that mrudu properties will make some stabdada complications, and if the snigdhata is more, it will make jadyam. So avoiding all these possible complications, we should make a standard or moderate madhya quality Vasti Drava. So that is the whole objective which is recommended by the text. Next. So influence of mixing on the potency of Vasti Drava. So when we see that na tyushna shidam, na ati mrudu tishnam, na ati snigdha ruksham, na ati tanu sandram, na hina ati matram, na alavana ati lavanam, na atyamlam cha. When we see all these properties, we can see that only very few out of them are influenced by the mixing processes, because Ushna, Shita, Mrudu, Tikshna, Snigdha, Ruksha, Hina Matra, Atimatra, these are all spoken about the total quantity and its qualities. But the mixing process is mainly about the density, fluidity, etc. of the final mixer. Higher density is expected to retain longer and to make commotion, as the complication says that Atisandram is making kshobham and delayed evacuation. And lower density washes out quickly without serving the purpose. Next. The density and fluidity of the final mixer, which may be a colloid suspension, is offered by the properties of different ingredients like honey, salt, oil, powder, and decoction. Maybe the influential things will be the biophysical principles like specific gravity, viscosity, and solubility, etc., etc. See, mainly the property to flow is dealt with the term viscosity, the thickness. It is the internal friction factors affecting viscosity to keep the fluid, prevent the fluid from flowing, are mainly size and shape of the particles, temperature, intermolecular force, and certain other principles are important in maintaining the thickness and viscosity of the thing. And solubility is again talking about the suspension materials and dissolved materials in the final product. Next. So the purpose of honey added here is actually for kabha vilayana vichedana, to separate and dissolve the kabha or mucosal materials inside the lumen. Acharyas really did not intend the absorption of Vasti liquid or its particles or the drugs, as they say that prachardane niruheja madhushnam navaryate. Honey is actually an emulsion without fat. In the context of Vasti, the purpose is to offer Paichilyam, Bahulatvam, and Kashayatvam. It offers sliminess, bulk, and dryness to the Vastidrava. Next. Levanam, the salt, it contains a lot of things, so many essential minerals, and it regulates acid alkaline balance, etc. And mainly when they get absorbed. But the job is of Levana in Vastidrava is just to make kapha secrete into lumen and wash out. So kapha vilayana vichedana is the purpose of salt and honey. So maybe it may influence the ionic potential of Vastidrava, or something which really work with the absorption of and transfer of materials from and into the lumen. So the ultimate, since the purpose of honey and salt are to separate out the doshas, I think absorption of these two things are maybe we can discuss it on as a transient phenomena only, or see, like Dr. Shashigumar and Dr. Mausmi was saying, when we are doing a large quantity vasti, 2 or 3 insertions of Vastidrava into the stomach until the Sammik Snigdha Lakshana, Sammik Nirudha Lakshanas are found. These things might become important. With the first thing, Vega or first set of Vegas, all the mucus or any other kapha pitta doshas might not come out. So you will need 1 or 2 or more attempts to make the whole kapha vilayana vichedana complete. Next. And the role of sneha in the body is mainly in the context of Vasti, mainly in the Anuvasana and Matra Vasti. Snigdha produces unctuousness in the body, lubricates the colon, softens the mala, and helps to eliminate without strain. So this, the main studies, especially the Western studies, are focusing enema just as a constipation reliever, but we consider it as a main treatment, or at least half of the treatment. So we need to follow a higher level of objective to understand this concept while studying it. And if snigdhata is more, it causes jadya, and rukshata will result in vatakopa. And we are expecting utklesha by using sneha, maybe enhanced secretions in the form of kapha and pitta are present in the lumen if we are using more quantity of sneha. That is why there may be a block or reduction in the metabolic fire. And the dryness, excess evacuation, if no oil is used, it will end up in dryness after evacuation. So that is also one unwanted result in this. And it is one of the main material useful in forming an emulsion in that context. Next. The effect of sneham in the Vasti liquid. Eki bhavaya kalpade. The purpose of sneham, tatastailam vinitshiptam eki bhavaya kalpade. It gives the uniformity. The uniform and maximum dispersion of particles in the liquid is actually offered by the sneha role in the Vastidrava. The sustained action of drug by enhancing the retention of materials in the lumen is also expected by this. Vastidrava is actually a multi-phase emulsion or a colloid suspension. So a complete a perfection in the quality of suspension is very essential to impart all the effects expected by the Vasti.
And sir,
yes.
Can it be made a little fast? So the time
Yeah,
is...
yeah. Yes, we can make it fast. Yeah. Next one. Kalka samsrijade chasu. Kalka, the role of Kalka is much important. It controls the viscosity. Lesser the viscosity, higher area covered by the Vastidravya for action. Higher viscosity, higher retention time for Vastidravya for action. So actually Kalka has a major role to whether to retain the thing in the stomach, etc. are decided by the quantity of Kalka. Next one, please. यथा वा वस्तिरत्यच्छो अतिसान्द्रो अधिघनो न भवति तथा कल्का कल्पयितव्या. So a moderate or a perfect or an optimum thickness is expected out of the mixing of Vastidravya. So intended to adjust the thickness of Vastidravya, Kalka is used. So there will be more molecules available for action. Next one. Sandrata also depends on the solubility of Kalka and the solidity of the Vastidrava. The quantity of Kalka actually determines the Sandrata and Dravata. So the solids, whether it is suspended or dissolved solids, it determines what exactly the thickness of the material is going to be. Next one, please. Kvatha Avapadrava offers the uniformity. The next material which influences other than Sneha is the Drava, Avapadrava, which offers the uniformity. It forms the volume or the bulk of the whole Vastidravya. So lesser volume has lesser reach and larger volume has better reach. And there are the material used as Avapa has also some determining forces. Next thing. The final mixer. The consistency of the final mixer is very important. Na dhavatya aushadham panim, na tishtatya avalippaja, na karodi simandam, sa niruha suyojida. So this is how the physical property of toad. You have to hold the liquid in the palm. It does not flow out too quick, does not stick and stay in the palm for long. It should be a uniform mixer without any separation of contents. And if this is the quality, Samyagevam vimurdita srotebhya kaphamarudho vishyandedi pittam cha kshipram cheva haratyadi. It will effectively take the kapha, pitta and vata from the srotasas which are vitiated. Actually, there were studies one study actually declared that Vastidrava prepared by Khalva is stable due to proper titration and addition. The conventional method of using hand and mortar and pestle ensured that better titration and addition are ensured. Next. The duration of mixing is also important. There were studies which says that each addition needs around 30 minutes of mixing. The longer duration ensures uniformity in distribution of particles and becomes microfined as 90% of particles are below a very small size. Next. See, this is a particle size distribution photograph. So longer duration of mixing ensures that particles are getting lighter and lighter, size is getting shorter and shorter. So they recommend at least 30 minutes of mixing by hand. Next. So the viscosity or density of the final mixer will influence the administration time by Putaka, the retention time by Putaka, and the reach by using a Vasti Putaka. So the average time observed by using a Vasti Putaka, administration time is now. Sorry for the interruption. The average time observed is around 34 seconds, which is almost the same as the textual direction of Trimshat Matra Pedanakala. The retention time by Putaka, the average time range is 30 to maximum is 30 minutes, or maybe minimum is 10 minutes. The reach by Putaka may be up to ileocecal junction. So these are some very important things as far as the viscosity or density of Vasti Dreva is concerned. The reach and retention time and the administration time. So it should be ideal and optimal to reach these standards. Next. Next one, please. There were some studies on improvised methods of mixing. The improvised method of Vasti Sandhanam is better than conventional method when compared with its physiochemical properties. And the clinical studies show that it offers almost the same effect, the progression of disease, and provides relief to the patient. So it is recommended. Mechanical mixing is also recommended because it offers better results in the physicochemical properties, and the clinical results are not affected adversely. So I think this is recommendable. Next thing. There is one recommendation like a pre-mixed ready to use preserved Vasti Drava from the that study shows that instantly prepared Madhutailika Vasti is safe in all aspects as per the study. So such studies or such innovations are possible when the right kind of pharmaceutical researches are going on in the aspects of preparation of Vasti Drava. And next one. So the path ahead, the texts and experienced clinicians are convinced about its beneficial effects of Vasti, the treatment as a whole, and the physicochemical studies are in a better position, they are being objective, they are in a better position to explain the thing. I think we have to go on focusing on that area to standardize it and to have a better communication platform regarding this particular Vasti Drava. And in the clinical side, we need to work out with sensitive and long-term assessment tools to learn its clinical role. With that, I end my presentation. Thank you all for giving me an opportunity to address you.